Hey Cancers, welcome to your love life reading for October 2020. For those of you guys who don't know the drill, we're going to take a look into the person on your mind, in your heart chakra, whatever, that you're dealing with or had dealt with. We're going to look at their feelings, the current situation that's going to be transpiring between you guys from now throughout the month of October, your energy, how they feel about you, how they think about you, the possible outcome. We're going to pull some advice. We're going to take a preview and a look to see what's coming towards you or what you need to know anywhere from now to the near future. Then we're going to pull some cards from the Twin Flame deck. If you guys don't know what this is basically like if the person you're thinking of could have anything to say to you, what would they say? So, guys, for those of you guys who are new to my channel, welcome. I've been doing tarot for 16 years now. I'm a full-time professional tarot reader in my personal life. I've been doing it since I was like a kid, like a teenager. I come from a family of, spiritual people. So if you guys are not new to my channel, thank you guys for sticking around. As you guys can see, because I used to belong on YouTube, I had to get off because I had too many tower moments. Then I rejoined YouTube, and as I started this new channel up, it's been rocky because I've had, again, more unexpected tower moments. So I know I need to give you guys an explanation for that. I was recently diagnosed with cancer. And over the last couple months, some of you guys knew I was having health problems. I told you guys I wouldn't be on YouTube because I didn't want to be unreliable. I didn't know about the procedures, how I would feel, the doctor appointments, the sickness. But I underwent surgery, and it was unsuccessful in removing the cancer. So we're looking into other treatments and other options. But in the meantime, if this is just going to be a part of my life right now, I'm deciding that I'm not going to let this continue to hold me back in life or to control my life, and I'm just going to figure out how to work with it and continue on in my life. I don't have any doubts that I'm not going to be okay. I do feel like I'll pull through. I'll feel like everything's going to be fine. I just feel like this is like 2020 is just some kind of sick joke on humanity, and I just feel like this is just another thing to test my endurance in life, and I think I'll be fine. In the meantime, guys, let's get into your reading. As you guys know, the energy can always be vice versa for you guys cross watchers. This is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Okay? And guys, don't get hooked up on the gender of the cards. And I know most of you guys know this drill, but some of you guys still get really offended. So it has to be stated. This story is not going to resonate with everyone, okay? And we're talking about your love life. So if we're talking about someone you don't want to be with, you don't have to be with them, okay? So the tarot cards are just to say, give a brief idea what path you're on, what's transpiring between you and another person. If it stays on that course, what is the most likely outcome? And then, again, if things don't change, what you're looking at for the future, okay? By all means, you are free to change the course or have your own free will at any given time. Again, not going to resonate with all of you, but if the story does resonate and you don't like the outcome, you can change it, okay? All right. So I already shuffle and pre-meditate on the cards, save you guys all that juju jazz. So let's get into it. We're going to pull some cards, then we're going to pull some clarifiers. We're going to go over them, and then continue on from there. Okay, see. Okay. Whew. All right. So, for your partner's energy, you have the Emperor. You could be dealing with an Aries. You don't have to be. It could just be in their sign, or it could just be the energy. But let's pull some clarifiers on this. I always like to pull clarifiers before I even speak on a card because it literally can change the name of the game. Okay, Cancer. So here's the thing. You're dealing with someone who I think is pretty self-controlled in their emotions. They're pretty grounded. Not to say that they're not a hothead, because they do have this Emperor energy. So I'm not saying that they don't have their moments where they explode or they're over irrational or things irrational, things like that, okay? I'm just saying, for the most part, I think that you have partnered up with someone who is pretty solid. And I don't know what's transpired between you guys. I don't know if this is a new person or old person. It's way too soon in the reading to tell. But as of right now, even if, say, bad things transpired with you, I think in general, if you take all that out of the mix, this is who you're generally dealing with, at least for the month of October. This is their energy. This is what they're bringing to the table right now. So I don't know who they were when you guys met or how they dated, but as of right now, they are the Emperor. And I think that this person has a very structured idea of how they want this relationship to be and how they want you to be. Not to say it's like a gender role thing, because it doesn't have to be. But I think if this is a man or a woman, you don't have to be dealing with a businesswoman or businessman, but it could be someone who's very like business minded, like someone who does want structure in their life, someone who wants discipline, someone who wants more like a routine. Not to say that they're not fun, because it could be a ball of fun, but they want someone who like works hard, puts food on the table, equal give and take relationship. They want someone that they can be a power couple with. They want someone they can build with. They have high expectations is basically what I'm trying to say. That this is what I'm getting, okay? And I think that at least when it comes to you, I think that they feel pretty confident in themselves. I'm not to say that this person is conceited. They could be, but they don't have to be. They could just be pretty confident. They know what they want. They think they deserve what they want. They expect to get what they want from you, from a relationship, from their ideas in life, from where they want to go. This is a person who is like a go-getter. They want something put in motion, and that's what they expect, nothing else. And they could come across cold-hearted if someone disappoints them or lets them down, or I feel like this person could get annoyed easily at like emotional quirks, or like things that seem like a big deal to you would seem like a very minor issue to this person. Because this person's taking in this Queen of Wands energy. Also, guys, by the way, guys, more fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, okay? And this was Aries. With the Three of Pentacles in reverse here. So I'm getting that this person is pretty confident in themselves for what they bring to the table. And I don't know if this is an asshole or a bitch, or if this is a really kind person. I can just tell that they're strict. And if they can be pretty good, but I'm sure if you disappoint them, they can also be an asshole, because this is a person who knows their worth. Again, this is their idea. You might have a completely different vision of them. You might be like, oh my God, they're this or that, they're that. But in this person's mind, they are confident in who they are and what they want. They have an expectation. And I feel like sometimes they are questioning the compatibility with you. That's not the word. They're questioning if they have confidence in you to be who they need you to be to make this relationship work. So say they give you a chance, and in their mind they're giving you a chance, because I feel like this person, now they could be working in law. They could be just someone who works in the law system, or just a very authoritative person. That's just who they are. They're like the boss in the relationship. Man or woman, they wear the pants, okay? They're like, okay, this needs to be done. This needs to be hung up on the wall. The carpets need to be cleaned. The dry cleaning needs to be picked up. The groceries have to be home. The soup has to be put on. Okay, we have this event to go to. We have to be at this person's house at 10 a.m. It's like that kind of, this person, at least right now in their life, is starting to grow into this. That's the kind they want. And I feel like sometimes, they're questioning whether you can keep up with them in what they want in life and where they want to go in life. Or they're questioning if something bad transpired between you guys. They're questioning to see if you guys at this point can move forward and actually make a good teamwork. Because they're confident that they can, with or without you. That's how this person, you could be dealing with a conceited person, Cancer. You could be. For your energy, you have the Knight of Cups in reverse. And I hate that I have to say this, because I know you guys get a bad rep for your emotions, and people call Cancers the crybabies. In this particular situation, the Knight of Cups in reverse means you are allowing your emotions to control your life right now, to control your behavior, how you're thinking, how you're acting. You might be thinking in your head that you are being completely reasonable about a situation because your emotions are allowing you to think that. But, if other people were to approach you right now in this situation, they might be thinking you're overreacting, or you're being a little jealous, or you're blowing it out of proportion, or, you're just not letting something go, or you're allowing your emotions to make you unhealthy. But let's clarify this. So Knight of Cups in reverse, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. Let's take a look more into this, what this is about. If your partner is a very confident thing, they have the Emperor here and the Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands, this tells me that I feel like this person has equal masculine energy and equal feminine energy. So, part man, part woman, okay? They have, like, a little bit of both the best sides, okay? Because, like, if they're a woman, they have strong masculine features where it's almost like they could be the breadwinner, or they're very structured, or they're very, disciplined in other areas. And then they have this feminine side where they're very attractive, or at least they're so confident that they appear attractive to other people, okay? They're charming, they can be witty, they can, they're just someone who walks into a room and just people just like, hey, I like them, and especially because they have the Aries energy, if they are working towards better goals in life, you could, with this Knight of Cups energy, you could be a little jealous right now. You could be a little over emotional. You could be thinking that they're not making enough time for you, or that they're prioritizing other people or other things over you. They might get attention from people and, like, flatter those people, and that might piss you off. That might be crossing a line, but let's look. Yeah, so I feel like, okay, Four of Cups in reverse with the Temperance. Okay, so I do feel like, I feel like you do feel like you're being taken for granted right now. I do feel like you're a little emotional about things. Also, you could be wondering if you made the right choice in picking this person. At one point or another, you probably had more options than this person, or you had a buffet, or you entered this relationship with this person coming out of another relationship. Now, this isn't going to fit for every Cancer, but for some of you out there, I do feel like you need to hear that, you could be looking at other people you turned down, or other opportunities you walked away from, and you're wondering if you made the best decision. Also, now, if that's not the case, I do feel like a part of you does feel like, you need some kind of balance, because your emotions right now they're all over the place. You could be thinking the worst. I feel like you're for the most part, you might be withdrawing from this person. I definitely think you might be withdrawing. It's almost like you're just so mad, you can't talk to them, or you're just going to say it. You're just going to be crazy with your emotions. You're going to cry, you're going to yell, you're going to scream, you're going to be mad, you're going to be jealous. And it's like your curiosity. You want to know what they're thinking. You want to know what they're doing. You want to know how they're feeling. But at the same time, you don't want to know, because you're just like, it's just going to piss me off. And I think you want balance. And I think there might have been some things you've done with this person, or in the connection, that you kind of regret of how you reacted to situations. Not to say you did anything wrong, because I'm not getting that vibe. But I think there might have been some things that you wish you would have handled better. You would have came off. When you're upset and you're angry and you make yourself look like an idiot because you're just mad, and you're like, man... Or when you're coming at someone and you're just so mad, you're just ranting, you don't even make sense. And then, like, an hour later when you're calm, you're like, man, I should have just said that one thing, because I would have killed it. I would have not nail in the coffin. It would have been so good if I would have said that. Why didn't I think of that earlier? It's like that. It's like there could be some things you just wish you would have done differently or handled differently with this person. But I do feel like you could be starting to withdraw. You could be feeling rejected by this person. You know, they could be getting more consumed in their life and paying less and less and less attention to you. And, you know, you very well could have very good reasons to be jealous. But the problem is that this jealousy is causing you an off balance in life. And it's not even to say you could be jealous. There is that energy here. But you're just your emotions right now. You know, it's a thing. So the current situation between you and this person, you guys are either already have entered it or you're going to be entering it. But this is what's going to be transpiring for the month of October. You guys got the Six of Cups in reverse. So you guys could be looking back, you know, you guys, I feel like you guys are just pissed off at each other right now. Now, this is mutual, so it could be you, it could be them, but for the most part, I'm looking at it as the situation you're both going through together. So let's clarify. Oh my God, I am taking, you guys, I'm taking longer in your reading so far than anyone else. I'm talking way too much. Cancers must have a lot to say to me in the month of October. Yeah, so, okay, so clarified by the Two of Wands in reverse and the Wheel of Fortune. So, there's discontent here. There is not knowing what to do with this relationship. I think you guys are feeling pretty bitter about it right now, but, you know, it could be a karmic connection, especially with the Six of Cups paired with the Wheel of Fortune together. You guys definitely could have been a karmatic connection, okay? But I feel like right now you guys... They might just be like, you know what, I don't have time for this right now. And you're just like, I want to talk this out. I want to go over this. And it's like, I feel like that this person would like be down to be with you or be down to solve the issues as long as they didn't have to solve the issues. It's kind of like, I don't have time for this. If you want to go out to dinner, we can go out to dinner. But don't bring up anything. Don't talk about anything. Don't be emotional about anything. I do not want, I'm not dealing with this right now. They could be doing that to you, and I'm not saying that that's exactly what they're saying or doing, but that's just like the energy I feel like that's going off right now. Is that this person will ignore you if it comes down to needing to hash things out. They don't want to. They're like, I have better things to do right now. Like, that is the vibe they're giving off. And you guys, you could just be angry at them. They could just be like aggravated with you. And I just feel like you guys are feeling bitter towards each other right now. And there's a disconnect in this relationship. And you guys are at a point right now where do you work it out or do you not work it out? I see here that they have not given up on you. I just see this energy where they're just focused more on themselves or other things right now. You know, maybe they have new friends in their life. You know, there's just something else right now. Maybe they're trying to do a business partnership. There's just something else right now. It could be, maybe you don't like that they're hanging out with coworkers. It could be something here with coworkers or another person. I don't think it's cheating, but there is like this another energy where it's like you might be emotional over someone you think is coming in between you and your person, okay? But there is this decision, what do we do here? And things are going to start changing for you guys. I do think things are going to be looking up for you guys. And I'm going to tell you why, because of the rest of the reading. But we're going to go from there. So how they feel about you for the month of October. We got the Nine of Cups. So let's see what that's about. And, okay, I am saying, like, I do think things will look up for each other. Yes, the Wheel of Fortune is here upright, but that doesn't always mean good things. It just means the cycle's turning. But for the most part, that does mean a change for the better. But then the rest of the cards I can see right here before even going over them that we just dealt out. It looks good. So it doesn't look bad, is what I should say. It looks fixable, looks changeable if you want to be with this person. You don't have to be. I know a lot of people are like, well, I don't want to be with them. I'm done with them. That's okay too. You might change your mind. Or maybe you just like the idea that you could get them back if you want. Either one. Okay, so how they feel about you is the Nine of Cups with the Five of Cups in reverse and the Ace of Wands. So I do generally think that they're pretty happy with you. Or at least at one point they were. And I think they recognize that. Five of Cups in reverse sometimes is worse than the upright. But for the most part, it's especially with it. Again, when you read tarot cards, you have to be able to the intuition and the story together. You can't just read a card by itself. It would never make sense for the most part. But next to this Ace of Wands here, with the Nine of Cups, this is telling me that this person generally would just like to work things out with you. They would like a reconciliation, but they need the passion back into the relationship. They need the teamwork. They need to be what it was, you know? And I think generally they do want that with you. I do. Something here is missing for this person. It's like they're not really emotional about this connection. Whereas you are. Them, not so much. It's kind of like, well, if we're getting along and it makes me happy, then it makes sense. And if we're not getting along and we're not happy, then it doesn't make sense to be together. It's kind of like that. It's weird. And not saying that they were always like that, but as of right now, going into the month of October, this is like what I get from this, you know. They would like to get past whatever issues you guys have right now, that's for sure. So how they think about you in the situation right now and your connection is the Justice card. So we have the sign of Libra. Okay, so I don't know if you guys were married or not. Maybe you guys weren't. If just for those who are on the brink of divorce, I don't think that they want a divorce. They don't. Just to say that. If you guys aren't married and that's not the case, then I just think that they're looking for balance and fairness with you guys. Or at least it's the energy of they don't want to separate. I don't think that's what they want. I think they do want things to be balanced and fair for both of you. I think that your person might appear to be an a-hole, but I don't think that internally they actually are an asshole. I think that's just they come off as insensitive. Maybe they're a jerk. Maybe they're a bitch, you know, biatch, whatever. But I don't think... I think that they're just in a point in their life where... they want to get down to business. They don't want to waste time anymore. And I don't know if they know how to communicate that properly with you because I don't know what zodiac sign they are. But if you follow astrology with tarot, you're going to know that, you know, if you are a Cancer, especially if you're like a Cancer moon or a Cancer rising, you're even Cancer sun. I'm just Cancers, okay? Can make any part of your chart very emotional. And Cancers, some people mesh really well with Cancers in the way they express their emotions. And other people are very unemotional, like earth signs. Like if a Cancer was if a water sign and an earth sign is paired up, now water and earth grow harvests together, right? They plant, you need the ground and water to grow a harvest, right? But boy, they can run into a lot of rough patches because of that, because earth signs are very grounded. Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, if you're dealing with one. You might want to tune in for this advice. And Cancer signs, Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer, are extremely emotional. So you have someone who is very like not emotional with someone who's very emotional. And yes, they can make a beautiful power couple together. But you also got to think plant and water, there could be a landslide. There's too much water, overwatering, too much mud, not enough water, a big drought. Things like that, a bad harvest. Like, there's just, they have to work together to make it work, right? So, not everyone can communicate with Cancers the way that they communicate. And I don't think that you and this person are on the same level of communication at the moment. But I do feel like that this person would love to find a way where it's fair for both of you, where you're both not hurting, or you both can come to a middle ground. They might see it their way and you might see it your way. I don't know if this person betrayed you, if they left you, if they cheated on you. And I don't always want to say that. So I'm not going to even go with that. But let's just say that this person did something that made you really upset and you don't feel like they're respecting you. In their mind, they might be thinking, well, they wouldn't have had to do what they had to do if you didn't do something to push them there. And I'm not saying that's fair. I'm just saying, like, they might be looking at it from one perspective. You're looking at it from another perspective when it always takes two. Okay? And I do feel like that this person at this point would like to make things right with you. Three of Wands Three of Wands upright with Judgment in reverse. Three of Wands is waiting for something, either for an ex to come back or to communicate, for plans to develop, things like that. Or it's setting something in motion. And here it's like there was a bad judgment call made between you guys. Okay? But with the Justice card there, this person does want to balance it out. So for the outcome for you guys, which looks really good. So even no matter where you guys are right now, if you're not communicating, if you're really bad, whatever, I'm telling you, throughout the month of October, things will start to lighten up. For the outcome, right now we have the Seven of Pentacles. It's great. It's exactly what I was just talking about with the water and the earth, okay, planting, harvesting, okay. So I feel like they do want to continue to invest with you. I feel like they do want to continue to put the time into making this work. I think they want to right the wrongs. I think that they want you guys to be able to see if you guys can build together, okay. It's all about nurturing. If you guys are already in a long-term commitment, this is about reviving it. This is about, replanting it. This is always a good outcome card, no matter what, for couples, because if it's a new couple, it's about planting, it's about nurturing, it's about loving, it's about making it thrive. If it's already a couple established, it's about someone wanting to go back and to refertilize the soil. And a lot of times when you see the Seven of Pentacles in the outcome for a relationship, this is a couple who does end up thriving as a long-term couple. This is someone where you both find an equal ground, where it might not be perfect, but you guys manage to be able to grow something beautiful together and substantial and long-term. And you make it work, both with sacrifices and compromise on both of your ends. But tell me more about this outcome. Okay, so this is why I should always clarify first. We do have the Queen of Cups in reversed with the Eight of Wands in reverse. So I do think, and the outcome is Pentacle, and Earth is slower, okay? And then we have, so I do think right now that this is going to occur. I just don't know if it's going to happen as fast as you would like. It is going to take a long time for you guys to get back into a better place. I do see it happening. There's just going to be a lot of bumps along the way, because somebody's not going to be communicating their emotions the correct way. Somebody here is closed off. Somebody here is being emotionally manipulative. Somebody here, I feel like one of you guys doesn't want to deal with it, and another one of you guys is letting your emotions get out of control here. Where there's lying, there's manipulation, there's like, oh, well, if you leave me, you'll never find anyone better than me. There's like overwhelming emotions here. And what it's going to do is it's going to shut this shit down. So as you guys are trying to rebuild or trying to communicate or take it slow again or work on things, it's like every time one of you agrees to talk to the other one or meet up with the other one of you is going to slit that down the middle. It's like you're going to halt your progress every time. It's going to take a lot longer to get this off the ground. Okay? This is not going to be an overnight thing. This is not going to be like where you call them or they call you and you're just like, oh, I can't live without you. We need to be together. We need to be perfect. I love you so much. I miss you so much. No, that's not what this is. This is a mature, slow approach to this relationship. Even if you guys aren't completely broken up, or if you guys have been split up for a while and you're thinking about reaching out to them or talking to them, or you're, and I think if you're waiting to hear them be emotional towards you, you're not going to get that right now. And that could be why your emotions start setting off. You might be thinking, oh my God, they're done with me forever. Then I meant nothing to them. I can't believe they're doing this to me right now. I can't believe, and, they might just be like, space isn't a bad thing right now. But you're over here feeling all these type of ways about it. And you're letting that rule you. And I'm telling you right now, there's something about the emotions here that stop this coming together. It still says that you guys are going to come together, but it's not going to happen overnight. It's a learning process. It's a growing process. This is growing as an individual, you, them, together, because this is the mutual outcome. Okay, please, heed that advice and take that with you through life. Okay. With any relationship, this one, the next one, hopefully this is your forever, whatever one you want your forever relationship to be. If you get one and you want it to be your forever, the most important thing you can do in a relationship is to keep your emotions in check, because these days, 90% of relationships fail these days because of emotions. Sometimes people get mad and they will go cheat on you because they can't handle their emotions. They'll get mad and they'll cheat on you because they want to spite you. They get mad and they cheat on you because they were jealous over something that they shouldn't have been jealous about. Or you guys just get into spewing fights, It's like literally like back in the old days, there was a lot less divorce rates, but they were usually over like finances, money problems, things like that. Now it's like, geez, if only money was the biggest problem in our relationship, because now it's everything else. It's our emotions, it's our behaviors, it's who we are, it's our insecurities, it's other people, it's jealousy, it's how we talk to each other, how we control each other, how we put each other down, it's cheating, it's social media. It's our emotions that ruin relationships these days. So the best thing you can do is learn how to master your emotions. Pick up a tape, watch YouTube videos, talk yourself through it. Just learn how to master your emotions. All right. Your advice in this situation is the 10 of Wands. So it is saying you've got to be willing to put in the work, the blood, the sweat, the tears, because nothing good comes easy in life. And if you don't want to work for something, and you could be saying, well, I already did that. I already put in the blood, sweat, and tears. Well, relationships are constant work. They're constant. They're exhausting. Jeez. I wish we didn't all need love. I wish love wasn't so addicting, right? Because it's like, I swear, once we start dating, we're all looking for the next relationship. And then we find one, and then it fits, and we don't want to let it go. We're so afraid it's going to go somewhere. We're just, stay there. Don't move. And this Ten of Wands, this blood, sweat, and tears, this very well could be talking about your self-growth too, because you need to grow as a person to have a healthy relationship with or without this person. Yeah, so you're literally clarified by the Ten of Wands in reverse this time with the Chariot, which is also more Cancer energy, okay? So it is saying, like, if you want to be unstuck in life, if you don't want to keep repeating the same relationship problems, the same hurts, the same things like that, you have to work on yourself. You have to be willing to put that energy in. You're not, if you don't start putting in the extra mile into everything you do, including yourself, into your self-growth. If you put that into yourself, everything else will follow. But you're going to continue to be stuck. You're going to continue to lose control over situations in your life. Oh, why didn't this relationship work out? Why did I lose that job? Why didn't I do this? Why didn't I do that? Because you need to start taking a different approach in life. You need to start putting that blood, sweat, and tears into your emotions, into keeping yourself in check, and really trying to be a little bit, this person you're dealing with could be a little easier on things. You could be a little tougher. You could be a little bit more grounded, and they could use a little bit more water, and together you guys could balance each other out. All right. But you have to be willing to put in that work, because it will be worth it. The advice is saying it will be worth it, but it is going to be extremely difficult. For it telling me that your advice is to put the blood, sweat, and tears in it. This is not going to be easy. You're going to want to quit many, many times. You got to have the will strength to go on for yourself, to do what's best for you, for your partner. It's really hard to think what's best for another person when you're upset with them, right? You're just like, no, nurse my wounds, make me feel better. But you also have to think about what the other person needs, what they're asking for, what they're saying, All right, so what's coming towards you in the near future? Anywhere from now to the next 3 months. Could be 2 days, could be 2 weeks, could be the whole 3 months, okay? We have the Nine of Wands in reverse. So this is what's worried, because this is a warning from the universe. This is saying this is what's coming your way. I would suggest following the advice, because I think that this advice helps you with this. But for the most part, this is struggling to reach the goals that you're setting yourself up for. That you're set. Here, let me clarify first. Shuffle, please. Yeah, okay. So, clarified by the Hermit and the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, more earth energy. So we have the Virgo here with the Hermit and the Queen of Pentacles. Also, Queen of Pentacles is Capricorn and Taurus, okay? So, again, we have fire. We don't really have air, but again, it doesn't matter what sign it is. It's just the energy, okay? So we have air, water, earth. All right. So your advice is that, you could be getting angry. At this point, you could be refusing to compromise, or things are just not compromising with this person. If this is the person you're trying to work out with. Now, if it's not, this is a new person, or if this is just you on your own in life, going about it, your advice is, it's gonna take blood, sweat, and tears. And it looks like you might get to a point where you do want to give up, where you don't want to hack it, where this is just too much. You want to give up, you want to give in. You're allowing your emotions to rule your sensibility, okay, your groundedness, because you're getting angry, you're getting fed up, you're getting restless here. You're struggling to keep up with the goals. Okay. Hermit and Queen of Pentacles in reverse. It's going to end up getting to a point where you're going to shut down. And you're going to breathe. And you're like, you know what? I can't give up. I have to keep going because I have no choice. I'm not going to be in a better position if I just keep doing this or staying where I'm at. Something has to change. Something has to give. And no matter how hard it is, I have to figure a way to make that happen. And you're going to go inside and you're going to do some introspecting and you're going to really, really think about certain things, you know. You can get a head start in doing that now, you know, because you don't really want this to manifest. You don't really want this to come. You want to start taking the advice now so you can avoid this, because this doesn't, you know, Queen of Pentacles in reverse. This could be someone who's disloyal, unfaithful, greedy, materialistic, or just not grounded. Okay, this could be someone who's extremely jealous, selfish, things like that. And you don't have to be all of those things. You know, could be one of those things. This could be you wanting to give up with this person because this could be the person you're dealing with now. You know, they could have went from a Queen of Wands upright and an Emperor to this energy where you're just feeling like, I can't please them no matter how hard I try. This is impossible. This is never going to work because I feel like I'm putting all this in and, you know, I'm trying to work on myself. I feel like I'm really, really trying to consider them and what they want and their feelings. But I feel like maybe they're being too selfish. They're being too materialistic, or they're just being too greedy with themselves, or they're doing this, or they're doing that, you know. And you might be taking the time of like, is this something I really want anymore? Is this worth the work I put in? Is this worth? Now, this doesn't have to be with this person. This could just be the situation at hand that you're dealing with, whether you choose to stay, work it out, walk away, try again, anything, okay? But it is saying no matter what, though, that this work needs to be done on you regardless whether you want to be with this person or not. Now, if you do put this work in and you keep going at it, and I would really focus on like yourself and all that, it's saying you can have this harvest with this person. You can have a long-term relationship with this person that will thrive. This relationship is 1,000% salvageable if you're willing to put in the work. I feel like this person would meet you halfway if you showcased some kind of change in yourself. And you might be sitting here like, well, they're the asshole or they're the biatch. I shouldn't have to change. They should be. Maybe. But that doesn't give you an excuse to not work on yourself just because you have issues with what they've done to you. Anyway, let's take a look to see if your person could say anything to you. What would they say? I need to move all my cards out of the way here. All right, so it says maybe you got two cards. It says maybe we're just too different. I feel like this person thinks like this because the irony of it, like I said in the beginning, the very beginning, if you remember me talking about their energy, I feel like sometimes they question whether you and them can actually be a good partnership together, whether you guys can build them. Because like I said, I don't feel like that this person's being emotional about the situation. I feel like they're being more grounded about it. Like, if it makes sense and we're happy, then we should be together. I don't think it's a question whether this person wants to be together with you, because they might want to be together with you. But if this person is thinking not even so much logically about the situation as just grounded, practical, I would say, practical, authoritative. If this person is just thinking in that mentality, even if they wanted to be with you, if to them it doesn't make sense, or they assume or think that you guys can't get past your differences or make it work, then in their mind, it's just going to hurt you both to stay in it. It's going to be a waste of time. And I think that sometimes, because I think you both probably need to work on things about yourselves to get this relationship back up and going, I think sometimes maybe they're just like, maybe we're just too different, But then on the flip side, the other card we got, I know you're right, but I need to come to my own conclusions. So again, Cancer, I do think that you express things to them emotionally. And maybe you think that they blow you off or they ignore you, or you don't think that they hear what you're saying. It goes in one ear and out the other. Or they don't hear you. Maybe they don't respond to it because they're just like, I don't have time for that. I'm not dealing with this. Don't bother me. I'm busy at work. I don't want to deal with it. I'm stressed out. You're giving me a headache. You're giving me anxiety. Don't do this. But I think in their downtime, when they have minute, they do contemplate what you said. And I do believe that they know that you are right. But I think, like they said, they need to come to their own conclusions. I think that they need some time to really consider everything you've said. But during that time, you need to start showcasing change. And do not let your emotions rule you, okay? Because that's just going to push them further away. Even if they screwed up. If you're just attacking them and it's like if a kid spills Kool-Aid on the floor. That sucks, right? That was a really expensive rug. You literally can't stand your kid right now. Like, you hate that kid or that child for spilling Kool-Aid on your rug. But no matter how much you scream about it, the rug's ruined. So you can put money into a savings account and buy a new one. You can spend hours YouTubing cleaning videos and trying to OxyClean that bitch. You can try to soak up as much Kool-Aid as you want, but at the end, there still might be a stain at the end of the day. But no matter how angry you are about that rug, there's no amount of yelling or screaming or arguing about it that is going to change the fact that Kool-Aid is already on that rug. So if this person, even if they did wrong, if you are just being so emotional every time you speak to them, you're not going to get through to them. It's like yelling at a kid over and over and over again for something they can't take back no matter how much they want to. What's done is done. And it might not be right, but if people are willing to compromise and learn from their mistakes, they can move forward. Now, you don't have to move forward with this person, but you should take that with you then to your next relationship. Anyway, guys, that is what I have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I miss you guys so much. Hit that bell for future notifications if you want to be notified for more content that comes out. Anyway, guys, hit that like, subscribe, comment. Bye, guys.